What can go wrong? Troubleshooting at the workshop. Trouble occasionally arises in the workshop proceedings when some participants wish to express their views without consideration for the view of others. The common patterns are a political statement or protest, a completed plan for the project, a dominant group participant, an outrageous idea. A political statement. Some participants may try to use the forum for comments of a political nature. Questions are asked of the participants on the subject of the activities in the new place. Participants thinking of political responses might ask, how can you consider this new place without planning the larger area around it? Or more specific questions such as, is the city prepared to consider the question of housing single mothers in the downtown area? Such questions may be diffused by asking the participants to assume that their political concerns have been answered satisfactorily and to consider what they would be doing in the area at the time in question. In this way, participants may briefly suspend their political concerns. Some people may arrive later with protest statements and need to get them off their chests. They are directed to the blank paper beside the map on the wall, handed a felt pen, and asked to write down their protest. Then they can join a group to proceed with the drawing, freed of their confrontational attitudes. If the political heat is high for the planning issue at hand, a large sheet of paper may be required for this purpose. The participants are reassured that all workshop responses, including protests, are recorded for inclusion in the report. A completed plan. Occasionally, citizens arrive at the workshop with a completed plan in drawing or model form. They are given help to display it. If the plan is expressed verbally, a volunteer writer is introduced to the participants to make detailed notes. Comments and priority votes are collected later in the priority voting for this idea as for any other image produced at the workshop. A dominant group member. One participant in a group producing an image may halt the flow of discussion by disagreeing with the ideas of the others. In the business world of group dynamics, this person is known as a blocker. When the discussion is criticized in this way, it may silence the positive efforts of the other group members. Because the goal is to get everyone's ideas, the remedy for this situation is to split up the group. On hand at any workshop is a roving group of skilled artists alert for just this kind of trouble. Alerted to the presence of a blocker in a particular group discussion, an artist will listen to the direction of the discussion for a short while, then interrupt, saying to the dominant participant, "We would like to develop your ideas. They sound strong. Perhaps you would like to draw up your own image. Shall we sit over here?" The participant is led away from the group for a one-on-one session. The rest of the group may now proceed with their own images without the intimidation of the blocker. A skilled artist is needed because the dominant participant may have very definite ideas and demand that the drawing exactly express the image in his or her mind. The participant may also have difficulty expressing these strongly held views in a visual way. An outrageous idea. Occasionally, a participant will express an idea likely to cause outrage within the community. Again, The objective of the workshop is to express all ideas. The remedy is in the priority voting. A truly outrageous idea is likely to receive a large vote that it belongs elsewhere. In this way, the participant has been able to express to a heartfelt idea and then has the opportunity to see that others regard this idea not as a bad one, but simply as one that cannot receive the same priority as others because it needs more designing or belongs somewhere other than in the immediate neighborhood. Teen trouble. Occasionally, a group of teenagers may exhibit their mildly rebellious behavior, including graffiti of a sexual nature. Still, such a group is worth attention. Often the most creative ideas come from teenagers if they are given an artist and organized into a discussion. Usually identifiable as members of a shy, surly, tight-knit group, they are eminently worthy participants. Their attitude of rebellion against convention is the foundation of creative alternatives, and their excess of feeling stems from a sensitivity to their present situations. Often the most sensible ideas will come from such a group. These participants represent the purpose of co-design. They are the early alienated. Photo. A co-design artist poses as a group member becomes dominant. The best way to deal with this situation is to place him with another artist. Photo. John Mackenzie. These younger workshop participants proudly display their drawings. The artist is relegated to the background. The participants feel the drawing is truly theirs. Photo. Stephen Hayward. Creative ideas come from the young. Photo. John Mackenzie.